All right, welcome back, everyone. We are live. It's Zenith Online Racing Season 6, Round 16, the season finale. We're here in China, the Shanghai International Circuit. I'm Arbega. Glad to have you on board. We're going to wrap things up for Season 6. Championship was decided a few races ago while I was off sick. And a lot to play for tonight, though. Lots of positions in the championship to be made up, constructors' positions to be determined as well, and obviously just flat-out racing to be had. So, looking forward to another solid night at Tier 1, wrapping things up for Season 6. I did not get any information about next season. Not too sure when we're starting it, what the plan is. I think they said second or third week of the new year, probably another 16 laps, or 16 rounds, and we'll be eliminating some tracks by vote. So tracks that I guess there's going to be a lot of protected tracks next season, because the 4 we skipped this season, I think it was 4. Anyways, I believe they're protected for next season for voting. Also, the new tracks they added, Jeddah, Imola, and what was the other one? Portimao. We'll be racing those as well. So I think there'll be 7 different tracks for next season. It should be pretty interesting. We're not going to have time to get more than another season in anyway, so I'm thinking it'll be another 16 rounds. I suppose they could go a little longer if they decided to. Would have time before the next game releases, I feel. All right, I wasn't quite prepared to start. Just dealing with other things and on board with Fusions. Anyways, back in the seat. Let's get focused on this commentary here. We got Goofy Gibbon on the end of his flying lap. Let's get on board with Goofy Gibbon. Had a pretty strong first season here. I think he made his debut for Season 6, and he's been pretty good. He's been pushing at the front quite often. I think he's finishing P3 in the standings, so that's a pretty impressive debut. Beck's going to be looking to get himself a good time, try and support his teammate in the bid for the constructors, which pretty much is out of reach. We'd have to have Packer and Maverick both DNF, which seriously doubt it's going to happen. Hey, buddy. So Gibbon goes second, 32 flat for him. Packer a whole second ahead. That's pretty substantial. Rex, who's been pretty competitive in qualifying, 1.3 down, but on the medium. So he's got a lot of time to make up, perhaps far more on the softs. Maverick breaks into the 31s as well. 31.9 for Maverick. So the Williams team looking to lock out that front row. So far, so good early in qualifying here. Gibbon making his way through Sector 1. Rex on a flyer here in Sector 2. Actually, he's probably charging. Did just put up a flyer. Scapney with a 32.7 on the softs. He's going to be looking to find some more pace on his next run. No Mercy currently out on mediums. He's 7th. Hataru is 8th, and Baboon. I honestly don't know who Hataru is. I'm not sure if he's a new driver or if someone changed their name again. Have we got another name change? Is that what's happened here? Oh, man. It'd be nice if you could edit the, like, screen name in the game. I guess it has to be your PSN for, like, lobby purposes online. That makes sense. Also, the PSN name department hates leagues and sponsors. Guys changing their PSNs every couple months. The department that has to file all that information probably has no idea how big of an impact virtual racing sponsorship has. Or virtual racing teams, I suppose. Necessarily say it's sponsorship, really. Maybe for some guys. We're on board with Bushy Baboon. Pushing on a medium lap here. He's gone wide. He didn't get dinged for it, though. I think he lifted enough. Up in a P9 for Bushy Baboon. Not too bad. I mean, obviously, he's last of everyone. Yeah, it's not very good, actually. I'm sorry, Baboon. You're well off the pace. P9 was good. I was like, not bad, P9. But realizing that it was the slowest time been put up. Talked myself into a corner here. Hey, we're on board with Jinnit. He's the world champion for Season 6 of ZOR. Jinnit to win it out on the medium tire for... looks like he's doing a few laps here, trying to get a feel for the track. China, I believe we didn't race last season. I'm sure it'll be voted out next season. Everybody seems to hate it. I really don't know why. I think it's a really fun track, honestly. I enjoy racing it. I don't know why everyone hates it so much. Jinnit well down, but I'm going to give him some glory time. There we go. Jinnit glory time. Problem with Jinnit glory time is the gear shifting. Rocking that psychedelic helmet. It's like some kind of like Jimi Hendrix tribute or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jinnit with a moment there. He's going to have to go all the way back around again, too. Let's get the timing back up here. We're on board with No Mercy on an out lap, so let's try to find someone on a flyer if we got it. Most people on an out lap, it would seem, except for Jinnit, who's just had a moment. So I guess we'll look for the furthest up the road on the out laps. Would that be Beck? It looks like it. Maybe we got a Mercedes and AlphaTauri. That's Beck going for a spin. So both Aston Martins have gone round early here in qualifying. I guess we're about halfway through qualifying now. Alright, so Beck on his flying lap now. Just had a spin on the out lap, so hopefully he can keep it together this round. Such a tricky corner, turn one. You just carry that pace, and then eventually you just have to slow it down. I really think that this part of the track may be why people don't like it so much. It's just very, like, unnatural feeling, but I really find the rest of the circuit to be quite enjoyable. Like, this corner is not bad, and then these fast S-bends, they're a lot of fun. I suppose it's just the natural inclination to run wide, like on the exits here. Like, say right here, you naturally want to go wide, and you're going to invalidate your lap quite easily right here. And I feel like that probably has a lot to do with it. People don't enjoy that because the natural way for the car to sort of stabilize and straighten is to tend to run towards the edge of the road, and it's, yeah, you're gonna get dinged for it, you lose your lap, and it's not, yeah, I don't know, I mean, it's track limits are track limits, right? Just so strict in the game. It's literally the white line, there's no room for error. Sharpshooter on a provisional pole. And back on the final corner, and he is out. No, he's okay. He kept it together. But, yeah, he hopped that curve, and the whole car just rotated there. Strategy. Sorry, Grim. I forgot to keep an eye on the chat there, guys. Yeah, strategy is huge. I don't know, I find it's pretty easy to overtake, but strategy is quite important. The tires do get beat up quite well here, so it could be like a medium hard. I think that's what it was in the last game. Medium hard strategy, but I don't know. I've yet to see a medium hard be the quicker strategy in this game. It's just, it seems like soft medium is always the way, or medium soft. But pretty much everybody's out on softs now, so looks like nobody's really gonna try and actually start the race in the top 10 on mediums. Porchy dude, looks like he's on a run. Doesn't have much juice left. Yeah, he's probably heading in. Hotaru kind of trundling along. He's not really pushing. Puff just started a flyer. Let's give, did he start a flyer, or did he just put that time up? It doesn't look like he's pushing. Yeah, so Puff just put that time up, but it says 0 laps still is what I think just happened. Is he pushing? Let's see if he's up on Sector 2 here. He's just bringing it back around. Thought it looked like a little too safe, but Bushy Baboon, Rex. What's he going to do on his run? He's down in P9 right now, which just seems a little out of character. He's been hovering around that top 5 quite a bit, but a lot of guys don't like this track and probably haven't been practicing it. Yeah, Rex on to provisional pole by like a couple hundredths there. Not much in it at all. How much time we got left in qualifying here? Everybody's got time for one more run, I think. If you're in the pits now, you're probably good. Oh, yeah. Gibbon, about to finish a lap. He's been dropped down to P8, so Gibbon a little out of position at the moment for what he'd be used to. See what he can do here, making his way around the final corner. Keeps it nice and tidy, looks smooth, and he should improve, yes, up to P6. So, a lot of time found, but only a few places. If you look at the times here, we got 3 drivers at the top. Oh, Gibbon. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Gibbon off track. But at the top, we've got 3 drivers very close. And then from P4 down to P8 is about half a second. So the guys outside the top 10, a fair ways off the pace here. They're going to have to find a lot of time if they want to try and start anywhere in the top 10. A lot of work to do for some drivers. And it looks like we have a bit more field spread here. Like the times, like there's a little more variance than we're used to seeing. Usually everybody's quite close. And again, that might be down to people's enjoyment and familiarity with the track. Perhaps not a lot of guys have driven this track much this year on this game, so could see a lot more variety with the lap times and stuff. Scavney runs really wide and he's invalidated. So no good for Scavney there. Fuzz just starting a flyer. Rex is out. Is he in the pits? Yeah. Makes sense. Fuzz in Sector 2 up a 10.5, and that would put him ahead of Puff, maybe ahead of Beck. Given might be out of reach. They have a yellow flag in Sector 1 and 3 now. That's Given who's retired on track there. Let's see what kind of time Fuzz can put up. Oh, Hayden Yoruhutaru. So I don't know who's been changing their names. I can't remember if you've done it 3 times or the other guys have done it, so it's like the 3rd name change. But yeah. There's a tire on the track. Fuzz does not improve, so he's still behind Puff. We got Maverick and No Mercy on flyers here. No Mercy about to finish his lap. Sorry, he's not on a flyer. Maverick is maybe down on his previous run. Stay with Maverick. We'll see if he can improve. It looked like he was down a 10th and a bit, so he needs to find a lot more time here. Vocally disliking this track. Nice job. It's quite easy to do there because it's like, you know, if you think you're down and it's like the final chance to find some time, right? And everybody just seems to push too hard through that corner. I think there's just a lot of corners on this track that people don't like, so by the time you've done a lap, yeah, I don't know. I can see why people don't like it, I guess, but I personally, I enjoy it. I've always had fun here. Like it's, you know, obviously you've only got the one straight to overtake, but that's kind of okay. Maverick's back right off. Maybe wanting to start on the mediums. Did he do a lap on the mediums to start? What else do we have on a run? Should have Puff on a run. Puff enjoys China. Let's see what he can do here. A little wide, missed that apex. So maybe cost him a bit of time, but if he gets this corner right, he might be okay. Right to the edge. And yeah, now Puff way off there. So Puff deciding to start P11, I think, just for strat. Maybe didn't have a very good lap to begin with, but he did lift to make sure he didn't improve. That might be it for qualifying. Yeah, Jennett's done. Everyone's done, so Packer will take pole for the final race of the season. Been on very good form for the latter half. He had some early struggles that put him off the title fight and to make up a lot of grounds. But Packer on a pole. Rex is P2. Sharpshooter takes 3rd. Fusions takes 4th. No Mercy is 5th. Maverick 6th. Goofy Given 7th. Jennett's 8th. Joshua up in a P9. That's pretty good for his qualifying. I don't think I've seen him in the top 10 that much this year. So Joshua in a P9, Beck 10th, Puff 11th, Fuzz will start 12th, Scavney 13th, Bushy Baboon is 14th, Hutaru and Porchy Dude was disqualified, so he's going to start at the back. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, he didn't cross the line in time? Interesting. I mean, P11's not a bad place to start for China. I'd pop the mediums on, just coast from there. If you're not going to, rather than start 9th or 10th on softs, it's not even really worth it. Within a few laps, your tires will be better. I don't know how long the softs last here. I think they fall off pretty quick. A little bit of rain. Someone did say dry race. Yeah. I don't know if we can have that conversation. I think it's too fresh though. Everybody's still real riled up about it. It was wrong. I think everybody knows that. It just, when have we ever seen that before? In such a pinnacle moment like that. Would it be different if they just let everyone through? If they had let everyone through and then restarted the race, would it look better at least? Or would everyone still go, why did they restart the race when the lap cars weren't back yet? That's what I'd like to know. I think it would look better, wouldn't it? Because it would look like they're literally trying to get all the lap cars out of the way, but I don't know. I guess it's weird because even the people behind those four would argue like, well, we want a chance to race too. Like, why are only those four getting to race in clear air? Strange. Or was their lap car stuck between all the guys racing for a podium too? Maybe that was the issue. Anyway, I just mean like optics wise, is there ways it would have looked more legitimate, or was it always going to be questioned because of that article in the sporting regs? I feel like that's ultimately everything is going to be pointed to. No antics. Well, I mean, besides the programming antics that Codemasters has left us with for years now, yeah, there's nothing, no manipulation going on here. Puff's gone to hards. I was gonna say, I think maybe soft hard is the way here. That might make more sense. But if it's hard medium, I mean, they're in a really good spot because these guys on softs are gonna struggle. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was done. I think that they knew that, obviously you'd be stupid to think that Max isn't going to win because of doing that. But the idea, there's also that pressure from the other side of where it's like, wow, the most people ever are going to be watching this race because it's the closest title race in history. And are we just going to, like, safety car the World Championship home? You know, I think a load of, like, from that perspective, too, like, even beyond, like, who ends up winning, just to end the championship under a safety car. I think that they're also thinking, like, we don't want to do that either. Which is understandable for, like, the spectacle of it, but it's not really fair. It's not right. So I think, yeah, it'll be discussed for eternity, really. Like the rest of the history of F1, this will always be a contentious issue. At the end, you know, I don't know. I've said it a million times before we got to this point of the season, before the race itself. You know, like in the leading up to days leading up to, saying, I don't care who wins. I mean, obviously I have a preference, but ultimately whoever wins deserved it. So, you know, just the way it was done, just fucking ridiculous. But at the end of the day, everybody knows that both those guys deserve to be a champion. So, anyways, let's get to some racing. The top 10's on softs. We got Packer on pole, Rex in second, and Sharpshooter is third. We are on board with Rex, or were. We are on the grid now. 5 lights are on. We're going to go racing one more time in Season 6. Lights out, and they're off. And Packer gets a really good start. Looks like Rex putting some pressure on. Let's stay with the pack here. We got a little bit of contact. Nothing too bad right now. Some guys just struggling to find the pace through the first couple turns. But everybody looking pretty solid here. Looks like everyone got through clean. Puff's lost some ground on the hards. That's not going to help him. Fuzz has gone right to the back. That will be bad. And we got wheel to wheel, the Haas and Ferrari, No Mercy and Joshua duking it out here. More cars wheel to wheel as well. Lots of action here in the midfield. Guys scrapping for positions. Whoa, there's a bit of contact. Oh no! The Haas is off. That was Hotaru. And he's out. That's going to be a safety car, surely. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. Are we not getting a safety car here? No? Okay. Let's get back to the racing then. I don't know what this weird little cloud is going on the straight here. You see that? There's like little black clouds when those cars are like way off in the distance. Strange. So someone's off at the back. That's Beck. He's spun. Yeah, I know. It's depressing. I mean, yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk about it another time. I've got some racing to do here. Rex and Sharpshooter really hanging on to Packer here out of the front. So these guys have been really fast the last few weeks. Sharpshooter especially comes in as a reserve driver, but ends up quite often on the top step. So they're going to be really pushing Packer here. Rex doing a really good job closing that gap, and Sharpshooter just trailing along behind. Fusion's also hanging on nicely. Starting to lose ground just a little bit, but he's there. And Maverick and Gibbon not far off either. So really, top 8 all within a second of each other. That's really good to see in the early stages. Scavney being dropped. So the guys on softs going really well right now. Scavney being dropped a bit on those mediums. Baboon, Puff, and Fuzz all tucked in behind on the harder compounds. So Scavney is starting to close in on No Mercy a bit, so The softs are probably going to be good for another lap or two, and then they'll probably become the worst tire. See how long these mediums hang on. But yeah, last time we raced in Season 6, round 16 here. And the season finale week. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Tier 2 and 3 finales. Who knows, I might be there. Tier 2, we've been struggling to get guys consistently there, so I have to keep filling in. There's a good chance you'll hear me on Wednesday night. Tier 3 will be Thursday night. Usually Sam's good for coverage on that, but, you know, me and Puff can also split duties if we need to, if guys can't be there. So we try our best to get everything streamed and covered. It's sometimes, you know, obviously if you have things to do, it's the reality of it. But usually at this time of night, I'm at home. So I like to consider myself the emergency backup commentator for every tier, but generally I prefer to just do it once a week on the Monday. It's been a slice. I missed the last 2 races. Rex taking a peek, but not going for it. Missed the last 2 races. I was sick 2 weeks ago, and then last week I had sporting matters to attend to, Monday Night Football. So back for the finale, and then it'll be a nice little break for me. Get to rest my voice for a few weeks. We're probably looking at I think a week 2 or 3 of January start, potentially week 1, but I don't think that soon. Safety car. Everybody's getting the flashbacks right now. The dog looking at the cupcake. Safety car. So guys on softs for sure should be coming in. I think that's a given. If you're on mediums or hards, I think you're good to keep going. I guess it would depend on if you're Scavney or Baboon. If you think the hards can go to the end, do you just maybe put them on now? I don't know. Not sure that's a good idea. I should see everybody pit. Yeah, exactly. I'm happy for him. I think he deserved it. You know, I've said this a few times. He deserved it, but he shouldn't have won. And that's the best way to sum it up. He deserved it, but shouldn't have won. And I'd given up. I had no hope that he was going to win. By the end, like, you know, until that last safety car happened. But even then, I was like, they're not going to restart. Here we are. The new reality. Mad respect to Lewis as well. Like, that man is just on another level. Like, how good he is for how long he's been good. And how graceful and, like, humble he was for ending like that. And him, you know, just, I don't know, just being classy. Gotta have a lot of respect for him. So everybody to hards, not surprising. So now Puff and Fuzz out front on hard tires. Scavney stayed out on the mediums. Everybody else has put hards on. Except for Gibbons put on mediums. Anyways, it's a good opportunity to refill my line. So everybody is pit. Packers at the front. So now Packers going to be on fresh hards. I don't know how bad Puff and Fuzz... Like, I don't know how bad their tires are going to be at this stage. Like, is the wear going to be substantial enough that they'll be severely down on pace? I'm not sure. Watch out, buddy. I don't have much wine left. Got into that yesterday. Yeah, not much wine for me. Yeah, I don't mean Toto had to, right? Like Toto couldn't just sit there and let that happen. No, I mean, yeah, total class act. And I'm not sure Max would have been the same. He would have been very, like, angry and, I don't know, I mean, he has matured quite a bit, but he's still a pretty, like, young, hot-headed driver, you know? But I think, like, a couple years ago when he was knocked off by Ocon, and he went up and shoved him after and stuff, like, I don't think he would do that kind of stuff anymore, but you never know. You experience highway robbery like that, I don't know how you can, I don't know. Like, how do you keep your head? Yeah, exactly. They're solely to blame. Everyone knows they fucked up. You know, regardless of the outcome and how you feel and what side you're on, and I don't think anybody can agree that what happened was right. Like, if you think that Max deserved to win that race, then you don't understand racing. And that's the bottom line. You know, yes, he won the race, he crossed the line, he won the title, but he didn't deserve it. He never had the pace. So, yeah, there's a lot to break down there, but you know, I think you'd have to be blissfully ignorant, willfully ignorant to believe that what you saw was normal. Am I happy with the outcome? Like, how, like, you know, yeah. The guy I wanted to win won. Am I happy with how it happened? No. I think that that's generally the feeling of almost everybody who's a fan of the sport, no matter what driver you were cheering for. Everyone who's a fan of the sport should be pretty upset with that. So, think about the casual fans that tuned in, you know, or like people that don't really watch, or, you know, maybe watch for the first time. Do you think they're really going to understand how wrong that was? Like, how unusual it was? No, I don't think so. Maybe that was... Yeah, exactly. It's like season 8 of Game of Thrones happened to us in F1. That's kind of how it feels. It's like, you made a mockery of it. What the hell is this? Yeah. Such a shame. It'll be tainted too forever, like, you know. Anyways, we're gonna go motor racing. We're having a motor race, and Scavney's at the front. Puff Digital's P2, Fuzz third. We got Packer, Rex, Sharpshooter, all tucked in behind. All of pit. All were threatening for the win. Puff and Fuzz are gonna have their hands full, and Scavney. I wonder how Scavney's gonna do on the mediums. How much pace is he gonna have? See how he does. Fuzz really backing up the group here. Actually, to be honest, Packer isn't really that close to Fuzz either. Puff's just trying to hang on to Scavney. He really wants to get in front here. So Scavney is pretty much at the helm here. Can go whenever he feels. Still warming those tires. Puff just sitting there waiting. So Puff, I think, did a nice job being patient there, waiting to react. Because he's got on the throttle fairly well. Fuzz a little bit behind. Hasn't lost much ground. But Fuzz should be able to play a bit of a blocker role here and hold these guys up. Well, not Packer, because he's gone sailing through. He made that look easy. And Fuzz is also allowed... Oh, he's begging for space there. Fuzz has also allowed Rex through, and there's a bit of contact on the exit. So Fuzz leaves his teammate stranded all alone at the front. He lost 3 places in a lap here. And there goes another one. Yeah, Fuzz down to P6 now. And he's under pressure from Fusions. Puff going to be under threat from Packer. Let's get back to the front here. Rex and Packer trying to close in on Puff. Puff trying to hang on to Scavney. Scavney with the advantage on the restart in those medium tires, looking fairly pacey. Seems to be dropping Puff a bit already. So we had a bit of contact back here. Maybe Fusions and Fuzz. Fusions through. Maverick trying to get by Fuzz now. Fusions and Fuzz being so close to each other is unfair to me. It's like pulling from the same section of muscle memory of my brain. Speech memory, whatever you would call that. Trying to do it on the fly, just with very minor visual cues. Comes Maverick on Fuzz, closing down the inside into turn 1. Gets a lot of curve, and that's unsettled his car, but he still finds more grip. Fuzz trying to keep that inside line, begging for some space. He sends it down the side. Really, Maverick had that corner. I think Fuzz was a little, as Brundle would say, a day late and a dollar short. So Fuzz loses the place to Maverick. Then we got some good racing action up here. Rex and Sharpshooter pressuring Packer, who's pressuring Puff. So Puff, a cork in the bottle right now for these guys that have stopped. That's allowing Scavney to get a bit of a gap. Jinnet's out. Where's Jinnet lost it? Oh man, that's another safety car. So Scavney now should pit. He's got as good of a gap as he's going to get. He's not going to get much better because it's going to close under the safety car. He's got to do this cheap stop now. Get a fresh set of hards, I would say. Go to the end. He should come out in front of Baboon at the minimum. I think Scavney needs to pit, of course. Puff's going to stay out. Packer's going in. Sharpshooter's out. Fusions is out. Packer pits. Fuzz stays out. It's interesting. So some guys on the slightly old hards have gone back in and pit again. What are they going to put on? The mediums? Yeah. 18 laps on the mediums? I don't know. Is that... What do you guys think? 18 laps is doable? I guess 16 racing laps, roughly. Around 16 racing laps, I guess. So, yeah, those guys banking on the mediums lasting. guessing Puff and Fuzz are going to try and get to a soft window, maybe go to lap 20. We've got 2 safety cars already, though. There's a good chance we'll have a third. We're only 10 laps into the race. 2 safety cars already. Ten laps into the race, and the cat's harassing me for food as well. You're lucky it's safety car, buddy, because I can actually give you some. You want some? He does. Alright, come on. There you go, buddy. Alright. I'll watch some football, have some snacks after this. And probably fall asleep ridiculously early because I stayed up way too late last night and I regretted it this morning. So, definitely going to bed early. How many people we got watching tonight? I do not have a viewer count because it's glitched or something. 15. Damn. Welcome. 15 people tuned in for the finale. Appreciate you guys being here. Puff, the de facto leader now. Hasn't pit. Whoa, someone's way off the track. That's Rex. So Sharpshooter's actually overtaken Rex as he's run off the road. Is that legal? Is that going to count? I think because he's made a mistake I think Sharpshooter's okay there. I don't know. We should get a warning shortly if he did get a penalty for it, because it would have given him some time to return the place. But I think if a car goes off track under safety car, you're allowed to overtake them, right? You assume that they're having an issue. What do you guys think? Go Cowboys. Yeah, they're not even playing tonight. They've been disappointing. Some games they've just gone out and the offense is flat. It's so bizarre because they have so much firepower. But I think they're one of those teams that can show up and beat anybody any day. So you definitely got to watch out for them if you're looking at playoffs and stuff. But they shouldn't have lost. I mean, Bills fan, so struggling with the consistency with that team right now. There's a lot of inconsistency. Puff gonna get going when he's ready, and he does punch it. Does a nice job getting on the gas nice and early. Sharpshooter with the DRS, or no, not DRS, the battery all charged up, and that grip. He's gonna try and make a move into turn 1, it looks like. Is there a bit of contact back there? Rex, did he run into the back of Sharpshooter? Both guys running very deep through that apex. Looks like Puff's gonna be okay here. And these two are going to be scrapping. Could give Puff a chance to get away a little bit. Sharpshooter and Rex tucked in behind. Puff Digital trying to hang on to the lead. Looks like Puff's going to be under threat very shortly from Sharpshooter. No, I just gave you food, buddy. Come on. I'm trying to do a race here. Sharpshooter looking for a good exit out of the hairpin here. I'm going to give him a nice run down this straight. What kind of pace is Puff pulling here? Does he have the juice? He's saving that battery, it looks like. He doesn't really want to fight this too much, I would figure. He's maybe trying to be... He's just kept it on a nice line there, but really Puff doesn't want to fight this. He's just going to tuck in, follow the pack. try and get away from the rest of his competition here. Because if you look at the guys that haven't stopped, really, it's Fuzz. So Puff just wants to gain as much ground as he can on the rest of the field here. If he has pace over guys like No Mercy, then he can build some cushion and get a cheap pit stop if there's another issue. Looks like Fuzz is off. That's not good for his strategy. Hasn't pit yet, and he's run off the road, and he's dead last, so that's very bad. So this is what Puff needs to do. Just sit with this group, try to follow them, get some cheap DRS. If he can do that, he might be okay. Another yellow, it looks like. Oh, we got another yellow and a safety car. So Puff has to pit now. Surely he can get mediums to the end. So Puff should pit. Fuzz definitely has to pit. It's like Maverick. Oh, I got some kind of timing glitch. Those guys are not at the back. I don't believe they are anyway. Maybe they are still because they haven't pit or did pit. So all the front runners pit, and Puff's going to pit too. So Puff's going to end No Mercy. So Puff's going to keep position here. Baboon's staying out. Scavney's pitting as well. Interesting. This is very interesting. The whole field's coming in. So Puff's going to hang on to one of these front positions here. You're going to see all kinds of switching around through the pit lane here. But Puff's going to hang on to fourth, I think. Net 4. Yeah, medium's definitely going in the end now. Okay, so Puff, net P4, Packer stayed out, and Baboon stayed out. So I guess that would make Puff 5th, roughly. But I don't know if Baboon's going to pit again. This might be all legit here. Love the sound of that safety car ripping around. You hear like that sports car engine amongst all the F1 cars. So down to 11 drivers, man. We've had quite a few guys crash out of this race already. We're only halfway through and we've lost 5 cars. Yeah, 5 cars out of the race already. Bushy Baboon. Whoa, is that nearly contact there? Wow. Packer is so lucky he didn't get a penalty for that. He's nearly running into the side of Baboon there. That is very unlucky. Wow, he must have been looking at his telemetry or something. I don't know what he was doing there. Baboon is under AI, which I'm pretty sure is not allowed. Under safety car. Could definitely be reported, especially if Packer has something to say about it. Not to be a narc, but I'm just going to go check the rest of the field. I don't think anybody else is AI. Pretty sure that's a rule. We're not allowed to do that. Baboon or Gibbon is AI as well. These guys are checking their text messages while they're under safety car? Is that the world we're living in? I know Baboon's leading the safety car on his AI. I don't think that's right. Or is there... I mean, I'd be warming my tires. I don't know why he wouldn't be doing that anyway, but Is there some kind of benefit to doing that? Like, does it maybe not penalize you if there's a collision or something? Like, I don't know how that works. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just maintain control of the car. Because if the AI does anything erratic and you're at fault, like you know, you can be penalized for it. If the AI messes up, you've given them control of your race car. I don't know. Not worth the risk, in my opinion. Let's see. Then, yeah, he's taking control again, which makes perfect sense. Some very aggressive weaving going on. Everybody trying to warm those tires up. Lewis 6 times, eh? He's probably won 6 times everywhere, though, let's be honest. Man's got a lot of wins. So Baboon going to get us going again here. He's already got himself a nice cushion there. I was going to say he should probably just punch it. Or is he maybe been duped by Packer? Because Packer is closing quickly. Very quickly. Packer might have a shot at this into turn 1. He's on slightly older mediums than the rest of the field, but he's got the grip, and he's into P1. Nice job through turn 1 and 2 there. Packer takes the lead. Baboon under pressure here from the guys on the mediums. Sharpshooter sails by. Rex sails by as well. And Fusions might actually sneak by too. Fusions had to make an alternative move because his inside line was covered off there. And he nearly got it done. It looks like he's got the grip, and yeah, it does get the place. Puck Digital as well, flying up towards the back of Baboon. Baboon staying out on those hards really has not paid off. He's lost 4 places already, and he's got old hard tires that don't seem to have pace, while everybody else is on fresh mediums, absolutely sailing past. Baboon, trying to hang on here. Looks like Puff's going to get him here. Puff just getting a little bit of a slipstream. Baboon trying to break that. He's now picked his line. He has to stay there. Looks like Puff's used up all his deploy. But he's going to get him under braking here. He's going to have that place easily. Puff down the inside. Nice move from Puff. And then Baboon's crowded No Mercy off the track there. He's trying to defend, and he's really not left No Mercy any space. So yeah, he loses to Puff, hangs on for the moment, but Scabney really applying the pressure now. So yeah, those old hards just in much worse shape. I wonder if Packer will start to struggle with tire deg by the end of the Grand Prix. He's well ahead at the moment. Or I shouldn't say well ahead, he's a little bit ahead. His tires are much older, and we're seeing the difference in the grip here. I would imagine the hard's obviously a lot worse than the medium tire, but old mediums might start to struggle in a similar fashion. Nice move from Scabney to get by there. Baboon really under pressure here. His teammate Gibbon, the other monkey man, closing in quickly. Gibbon trying to get back up there and fight for some top 5 points. Baboon's now got a penalty, so it's just completely unraveled for him. Now Puff's 4 seconds behind Fusions. So Puff was right behind those guys, and he lost all that ground trying to get by Baboon. He's just trying to harvest some power, it looks like. He's got Scabney putting some pressure on behind. Puff should have this covered. Needs a good exit the next couple corners to try and drop Scabney here. Sector 3, yellow flag. Someone's had a moment out of the final turn, it looks like. Puff and Scavney duking it out here, but we got the top three all within a second of one another again. So Rex and Sharpshooter really putting pressure on Packer here. It also makes sense. Rosberg, Alonso 2013, right? That's pretty interesting. Who has the lap record for China? Probably Lewis. Isn't China... What race was it where Lewis's engine blew that gave Rosberg that huge advantage? Was it China? I think it was. I remember it being at the end of the main straight. Or was it Malaysia? Because they look similar. Maybe it was Malaysia. Nice move here from Sharpshooter trying to get by Packer. Packer is not having any of it though. Sat right on the wheel well of Sharpshooter. And Sharpshooter's picked up a penalty now. So that's playing into Packer's hands nicely. So, looks like a four-way scrap now for the win. Sharpshooter with the penalty, that's going to hamper him quite a bit. But if he can get through, does have the pace to potentially win it. Sharpshooter closing in. He's got that DRS open. Here comes Rex as well. Sharpshooter does sail by. Oh, and there's contact. Wow, a chain reaction there. Packer ran into the back of Sharpshooter, and Rex ran into the back of Packer. So there could be some front wing damage out there now. Oh, really? Gasly's got fastest lap? In the AlphaTauri or Red Bull? I guess it would probably be the Red Bull, eh? Rex is pit for softs. Interesting decision. I guess he had damage though, eh? Did he run into the back of Packer? Yeah, he did. So that leaves Fusions there. Fusions defend for himself. Rex trying to catch up to Packer. Sharpshooter in the lead. I don't think you were brake checked. That looked like Packer ran into the back of Sharpshooter. And then you ran into the back of him. Like it was like a chain reaction type thing. I wouldn't say it was intentional by any means. I don't think Packer would have liked to put his front wing into the gearbox of Sharpshooter. But maybe it looked that way because it was just a sudden stop. Like he probably had to slam the brakes to try and stop himself from running into the back. But yeah, I don't know. I had a nice overhead shot. It just looked like chain reaction to me. Good stuff. And Gasly in the Red Bull. I wonder if we'll ever see that again. I'm starting to think no. I'm not sure Checo is the answer, but he seems to be, I think, a veteran, experienced driver is a good call for Red Bull. Someone that can complement Max without trying to dethrone him. I don't think anybody could anyway, to be honest, but there's nobody can drive like him. Like, you know, he's one of those guys that's always going to beat his teammate. Every season he'll be better. Same with Lewis. I thought the same for Leclerc, to be honest, but Sainz beat him. So I always thought Sainz was a much better driver than people gave him credit for. I didn't think he would beat Leclerc, but I thought he would keep him honest, and I'm impressed that he was able to pull it off. He's had his moments for sure. He's definitely had a lot of mistakes, but man, you take away those mistakes, like Sainz is, you know, take away some of those errors he's had, he's got a lot more points in his pocket. So Sainz could be someone to look out for. Maybe like a Rosberg, you know, sort of, you know, is this guy ever going to be the champion, and then ends up in the right car at the right time, and he could do it very well. So Packer is hanging on nicely to Sharpshooter here, even though his tires are a little older. And Sharpshooter, with that time penalty, not going to keep the lead as it is. So we could see Packer still win this thing. Rex getting the fastest lap there on the softs. He will get a point for it too, because he's currently 10th. Fusion's trying to hang on. We've got some more action down here. We've got Scavney and Gibbon putting some pressure on Puff. Let's stay with that. Imagine if, I think, I don't know if it was Buxton. It was either Will Buxton or Jolyon Palmer who said, imagine if Sainz had stayed in the Red Bull Academy. They'd put him into the Red Bull, and it was him and Max together in the Red Bull. Like, do you think he's better than Checo? I mean, I think so. I think if you kept Sainz in that Red Bull program, they win the constructors this year. Puff. Under threat here from Scavney. To make the same argument with Ricardo, but I think Ricardo wanted to go not be second fiddle. You know, Ricardo's good enough to be number one, so Scavney sails by Puff. Yeah, putting some pressure on for quite some time. They're on the same tire life here, same tire compound, but Scavney's managed to find a way through, so Puff's going to try and hang on to that. Maybe with the DRS advantage, he'll be able to fight back. We've got Gibbon putting pressure on behind Puff. Scavney with a huge moment there. He got well onto the curb. He got a bit of a tank slapper there, but Puff somehow lost a little bit of ground to him. He is a smooth operator indeed. I kind of want to play the song now, but I don't want to lose our stream to copyright infringement. So Puff has got Goofy Gibbon closing fairly quickly on him, but Puff also has DRS to defend with. Gibbon's gone really wide. Maverick had a bit of a moment behind him. Actually, I think maybe we're just getting some glitching from Maverick. It looks like his car's just jumping right now. His connection issue. His old university Wi-Fi, surely. Don't complain about that. Definitely not getting a strong connection at the moment. So is Puff now closing back in on Scavney? It looks like he is. He's trying to put a little bit of space between him and Goofy Gibbon. Scavney runs right to the edge there, and it looks like he's struggling, but he actually gets a really good run through this sector. Let's see what Puff can do. Puff, like Scavney had a moment there for sure. So Puff has gone right up to the gearbox of Scavney now. And when you lose your rhythm in the S's there, it can cost you a lot of time. So now Scavney's going to be feeling the heat. He's going to have Gibbon and Maverick right on his tail now as well. Now we got a moment for No Mercy, who looks like he's gone off. Has got it going again. I thought he was going to DNF there for a second. So Puff with the DRS, not anywhere near Scavney though. So he must have had a bad exit or a moment before they entered the DRS zone. On the rear wing of Puff, we got Gibbon and Maverick trying to put some pressure on. These guys fighting for P4 right now. Sharpshooter has started to stretch his legs a little bit out front. Almost has enough of a gap to cover that penalty. Very well might get it before the end. Fusion's a couple seconds off there as well. So Puff under pressure here. He's got Goofy Gibbon closing on him, but he is trying to get by Scavney at the same time. Sector 3, yellow flag. That is No Mercy. Calling it a night in the pits. VOG, FYI. So you said, I think you said that last time, and I don't know what it means. I don't know what VOG is. I was asking for some clarification. And I didn't get an explanation last week, so if you could tell me what it is, then I can make adjustments if there's some sort of issue. Whoa, Scavney caught peeking in his mirrors, gone off the road there. Doing a little bit of landscaping. Shanghai International Circuit saving on their landscaping expenses this month. Scavney's done them a huge favor. I don't know what happened there. Did he have a moment trying to get the car straightened out, get the power down, or did he just drift off the track looking in the mirror? Very bizarre moment. Just a strange place to go off. Puff trying to hang on now. He's P4. He's got Gibbon with a penalty behind. If Gibbon gets by, it's not a big problem, but Maverick and Scavney will be legit if they do pass. So Puff's got to fight really hard to try and hold these guys off here. And he was struggling for top speed, it seemed, with the DRS. I'm sure he's going to be under some serious pressure here. Scavney ultimately has not lost that much. He's right back there. Right on the tail of... Oh, sorry. No Mercy is retired. I thought he retired ages ago. What happened? Anyways, that's bizarre. So Puff hangs on with the DRS. Fusions are... I don't even know where I pulled that from. I was looking at Buzz's name instead of Scavney. And called him Fusions as well. But Scavney putting the pressure on Maverick. He's right on his tail there. Sending it down the inside. Scavney wheel to wheel with Maverick into turn one. And there's a bit of contact. Scavney does get the place for the time being, though, and it looks like more contact there. So a bit of bumping and grinding between the Williams and McLaren. We got Goofy Gibbon trying to get by Puff here, so definitely our best battle on track between these four. Packers still within that. Packers picked up a penalty now too, though. And Fusions is just outside that range, so Fusions needs to find half a second and try and hang into that gap, and he can pick up P2 here. Scavney and Maverick still battling, but Scavney looks like he's cementing that position. Goofy Gibbon not really getting anywhere near Puff here. Towards the end of the straight, he seems to close, but it's not really enough. Here comes Gibbon, Puff, both running out of battery here, but Gibbon's going to get the place. Like as I said, Puff doesn't have to worry too much about that with the penalty. It is the final lap, and Puff will get a nice tow down the back straight to help defend from Scavney and Maverick. I'm sure Puff will be fine with that. Do a little bit of harvesting, save that battery for the final stretch. Oh no! Bit of a moment for Puff. He's nearly lost it there. He's going to lose that DRS. He's got to be smart here. Try and stay in that 1 second gap. Looks like he's going to be okay. He needs to save that battery power, though. It's very close for Puff. I think he's going to... No, he's just outside that DRS. Is he going to cross and keep DRS? Given with a bit of a moment on the exit there. So Puff going to be in the slipstream. He's going to get DRS. He's using up all that battery. Running out already, and then everybody's harvesting down the straight here. No one even has anything left. But Puff really just needs to worry about the guys behind. He's going to get that place from Gibbon, so as long as he crosses the line in one piece, he should be on for a P4 here. You got Sharpshooter winning it. Packer picks up P2. Third for Fusions. Gibbon fourth. Puff is fifth. Sorry, Puff is fourth. Scavney's fifth. Maverick sixth. Gibbon drops to seventh. Fuzz will cross the line in P8. Rex bringing it home in ninth after that contact. And Bushy Baboon will round out the field in 10th. That's the top 10. That is round 16. Season finale. Tier 1 is done for the year. And that's it. Those are your final results. Fusions, Packer, Sharpshooter. Let's get these guys in for an interview once we get the field sorted. Everyone's crossed the line. Familiar sight. Packer on the top step. Let's get one last interview done for the season. Sharpshooter, Packer, and Fusions on the podium there. Let's get the results. Make sure we show everybody the full order. $50 minutes. I was going to say, this race took forever. Nearly 9:30 already. Imagine it rained. It'd be a full hour. Alright. I guess we'll get the interviews going. Sharpshooter, Packer. And who else? Fusions. Do I have Fusions on here? I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't. So I'll get these guys in. Yeah, it was good stuff. Got these guys set up for interviews. Let's see if they join. There's Packer. Could you add Fusions to the party chat?
Ooh, Fusions?
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't have him.
Alright.
All right, well, I guess we'll start with Packer. I don't know if Sharpshooter's joined, but
Not yet. You can't
no.
make it.
But yeah, you're. I think you guys locked up the constructors for sure tonight. I'm pretty sure it was like almost a given that it was going to happen, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously getting that victory to end the season, probably feeling pretty good. It was a little bit of a struggle for you at the start of the year, and then obviously you found your form through most of the season, just not quite close enough to challenge for the title. How you feeling going into season 7, coming off a win to wrap up season 6?
Well, I definitely don't think I'll be making the no line decision again, so I'll be able to start the season off next season the way I want to, hopefully. And
Yeah.
obviously ending off the season pretty strongly. Obviously, I missed Abu Dhabi last week, but podium in China, which is not one of my stronger tracks, and then I missed Australia as well, but a decent result in Brazil, I believe, as well. So, yeah, decent way to end the season off Constructors Championship. I guess unfortunate to miss out on the drivers, but I kind of screwed myself over at the beginning of the season, not practicing enough or just whatever. So missing out on the drivers, but hopefully I'll be back for season 7.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think most weeks out there, you were one of the top guys on pace. So yeah, like you said, you didn't do yourself any favors trying no line, and then I think you had a couple of races where you just got tangled up in other incidents and stuff, and yeah, basically, Jinnit just had such a commanding lead so early, you didn't really have to. All you had to do was not have disasters, and you would have been fine. So that looks like what he did. He secured it. So takes home that championship, and then you guys have locked up the constructors now. Maverick. Where did you finish in the driver's standings? You know?
I think 3rd.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good result.
Yeah, we were duking it out. Yeah, I had to outscore Maverick by 17 points tonight to get 3rd in the championship, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really solid, because last season, I think, was your first season in Tier 1.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit more of a struggle to score points, so obviously now, like, that's the kind of progress you're hoping to see at the end of season 6. You're right up there now. Considering title contention for season 7, do you think you can fight for the title, or do you think you're just gonna have to settle for like another top 3 or 4?
I don't know. I mean, if you take the races that I had this season and you keep the ones that I did good at, and then obviously the races that I didn't do good at, scored no points or low points. I think you make those good races, and maybe this title would go to China or Abu Dhabi. Maybe we can take it a couple races longer, but I don't know. It's early to say because we don't know what the schedule is going to look like. What races are going to come first, what races are going to be towards the end. Where my stronger tracks are going to be placed at in terms of if they're going to be like I said earlier or late in the season. But we'll look at it race by race, and we'll just take everything race by race, and we'll just have to see where everything ends up at.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's a pretty good game plan, I feel. I don't think you should hamper yourself with too high hopes or expectations. Just go in and just have fun and try to be the best you can, and you'll hopefully end up on the top or near the top. You guys obviously will have a good chance of defending that Constructors title if you stay teamed up. Not sure about the calendar for next year. I would like to see it completely random, personally. I would like it totally mixed up, but I think this year they tried to follow the order for the most part. We'll see how the next season goes. There's obviously a lot to decide on still. Not sure when the planning started either. See, the second or third week of January, I think I saw somewhere, but I don't know if that was just idle talk or not. But it shouldn't be too long of a break. Probably just a few weeks. Did we get Fusions in the chat? Yeah, Fusions, how you doing? Good result. Picked up that podium to end the season. How you feeling about your Season 6 performance, and what are you hoping to achieve in Season 7?
It's just a lack of consistency, to be honest with you. I have the pace, but I don't know if I have the pace to win the championship, but I definitely have the pace to be top 5 consistently if I don't screw up. But yeah, season, was it 6? It's looking good. I'm getting my wheels, so hopefully that helps me a little bit, be a little bit more consistent, but hey, that's what learning's about.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you'll have a few weeks of practice before you actually have to get out there and make it count, so get some familiarity with that hardware before Season 7 starts, and then obviously the time trials and evaluation races will probably be set up in the next couple of weeks, and then it'll be sorted from there. I think for the most part the tiers will remain the same. There'll probably be a handful of changes for every group, but most likely I think you see most of the same guys back. So ideally, like we were saying about Maverick, you want to be improving and growing every season, like getting closer and closer to the top, right? Some people start regressing and then they have to retire and become full-time commentators, but that's the reality of racing. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
I'm actually impressed you remember I said that.
What? About what?
The just kind of growing on your pace and shit like that. Oh god, I swore.
No, I swear all the time, don't worry. I drop F-bombs in the middle of the race, so I'll stop when they fire me. But but yeah, no, I mean, it's there's something, you're definitely like hoping to do season by season, right? And I mean, I'm sure I asked early in the season what you were planning on hoping for, and I'm sure if you, I don't know if you said, or if I said you're going to be P3 at the end of the season, if you would be happy with that, or think like, it's a little too high or a little too low. Like, do you think P3 is a good performance, or do you think it's about where you should be?
You talking to me still?
No, I was asking Maverick about a P3 in the standings. Like, is that where you think you should be, or do you think you kind of overachieved a bit this year?
I mean, I guess knowing that there's no higher division than this, I guess it really doesn't matter where I finished. But I mean, I scored 41 points last season and finished 11th.
Mm-hmm.
And to finish 3rd this season, I'm definitely happy with it. I just kind of wish that a few races would have went a little bit better, but going from 41 points to what is it now? I probably scored maybe 150, 160 points. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely happy with it.
Yeah, definitely a big improvement. Fuzz coming in with the total quote. I wanted to play it so badly, but I feel like there's far too many trigger potential warnings in the chat, so it's a little too soon. Maybe maybe a couple weeks from now, when we have a fun race or something, I'll bring it out. But yeah. Anyway, gonna wrap it up. This has gone quite long. The race itself was very long, and it's 9:35 now, so I'm gonna wrap up the interviews. That'll be it for Tier 1 for Season 6. Round 16 complete. The Chinese Grand Prix is over. Packer is your winner. Wait, Sharpshooter wins, right?
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter wins. He didn't join the chat, did he?
No.
No, alright, good. I was like, did I miss him? But yeah, Sharpshooter wins it. Packers P2. Third for Fusions, and then Maverick wrapping up that Constructors title with Packer tonight. So, that's it. We'll catch you Wednesday evening for Tier 2, and Thursday evening at 8 p.m. for Tier 3. And you might hear me on the comms Wednesday night. We'll see what happens. See if we can get someone to pop in there and fill in, but I should be around if need be. And that'll be it. We'll catch you next season for Tier 1 of Season 7. Keep an eye out for a few weeks from now, and we'll get an announcement up, let everybody know when we're going to get things fired up. Have a good night.